Okay, hi guys, how you doing? I just wanted to show part of my 8-track collection. I have about 130, but staying with a family member. I was been here for like a month or so, so I wanted. These are the ones I got here, which I'm gonna take back home with me. But so let's go through them. This one plays Aerosmith, Toys in the Attic. It has good songs on it, like Big 10 Inch. Toys in the Attic's really good. Walk This Way. Don't really know that song. Sweet Emotion's a big hit on it too, so I would say Sweet Emotion and Walk This Way are probably the biggest hits on this tape. This looks like a really old tape, but it plays Superstars of Soul, Sam Cooke, Jerry Butler, and Ray Charles. Haven't listened to that one too much, but Jim Ed Brown, this is just something I got at the thrift store. Just trying to get something different. I haven't really heard of them, but Endless Love, Top 10 Rock, Volume 3, 1981. So this is in the 8-track end of it. Like, they stopped making them in 1988, but most stores stopped stocking them, so you had to get them through record clubs after 82. So this is late in the 8-tracks history. Has Betty Davis Eyes, Endless Love, Slow Hand, and yeah, just some early 80s hits on it from 81. Okay, we got Barbara Streisand's Greatest Hits, Volume 2. Haven't listened to this one a whole lot, but I plan on to because I don't have an 8-track player here, so... I had an 8-track player but it broke, so I have one at the other house. You got Black Sabbath, Iron Man, Jimi Hendrix, Bluebird, I'm 18, Alice Cooper. I had to repair the splice in here, but I did a pretty bad job, so I had to tape it back together. It still has its original pads, which are wearing down, but it still sounds okay, so someday I'll repair those. I love Grand Funk. This is Grand Funk Born to Die. This is a good album. I probably listened to that a couple times. The Best of a Great Year, Volume 3. Okay, you got Eddie Arnold, Jim Ed Brown, Floyd Kramer, some older country stuff. The RCA tapes for me are more reliable because it feels like the foil don't break in them as much. Well, sometimes it does, but they use different pads. But the Best of Jim Reeves, he's a pretty good country singer. Don Williams, he's a country singer, but he's pretty good. I'm not a huge fan of country. I prefer the modern. I prefer the old stuff over the modern stuff, that's for sure. The Best of the Sons of Pioneers Country. I put that in the player, but I don't really remember any of the songs off it because I only listened to part of it. I let it go through the player to make sure the splice and stuff was good in it. This tape was completely broken when I got it. It's the Best of the Jazz Crusaders. It has a bunch of hits from the 60s, but they make it jazz. I put a new foil pad and splice in there because they still... The thing I didn't like is the thrift store charged me $2 for that broken tape, but luckily I got it fixed and it sounds good now. Eddie Rabbitt, he's a 70s and 80s country singer. Statler Brothers short stories. This is country. They're pretty good. I'd like to say they have some good songs. Gene Watson. I got these pretty cheap, so I just got them. 1977. Haven't really listened to that one. The Doobie Brothers Greatest Hits. I repaired this one, made my own foam pad for it. But it has hits like China Grove, oh, and then it has Long Train Running. It keeps you running, taking it to the streets, listen to the music, all that. Basically, their greatest hits. It don't have What a Fool Believes because that's from 79, but this is like earlier in their career. So you got Grand Funk Hits. My favorite song on here is American Band. Just good song. Then I got these for $2. It's part of a set. It has some Alice Cooper, it has Seals and Crofts, Eagles, all the good stuff of the 70s. Like, if you're into 70s music and you want to start an 8-track collection, if you find these for cheap, on eBay, unfortunately, they don't go for cheap. But I got those for $1 a piece, and I didn't have to do anything to them, luckily. They both have good pads and good splices in them. The next one is a big hit. Once we can... Grease soundtrack. This is from 1978. It's the soundtrack of the movie Grease, starring John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John. There's some good songs on there. Paid $3 for that, but it's been rebuilt, so that's a good deal. I restored this tape. London Town by the Wings. I put a homemade pad. It's not perfect, but it works. I like the song Girlfriend on here, and also Michael Jackson does a version of it. Jethro Tull, Songs from the Wood. This is I haven't listened to it much, but I liked what I was hearing. Then Thin Lizzy. It's a good tape. I haven't listened to much of that, but I like Thin Lizzy. Thanks for watching, and that's my tape collection.